How about that? Did we bring sound now? It looks like I'm going a little above and beyond. I forgot, I don't have any of my microphones today. Let me know if you can hear me now. For those joining, as I was trying to say before I realized that I was muted, for those of you joining us on the replay, this is the part of the show where we wait for people to show up, and hopefully people will be able to hear me now that I've turned my microphones on. And yeah, yes, okay, cool, excellent, everybody can hear. Cool. Yes. Good. Excellent. So sorry about that silence there at the beginning. I forgot. I don't have any of my like lapel mics or any of my microphones. So yeah, sorry about that. My apologies. My apologies. Yeah, welcome everybody. I just thought I would jump on here. It's been a while since I've had a face-to-face video with y'all, and it's Friday night, and I figured it would probably be good. Hi, Linda. Probably be a good time to just, check in, see how everyone's doing, see what projects everybody's working on. I have just finished well, I didn't just finish. I finished recently the puzzle mystery quilt for Sparkle and Shine, and today was the big reveal. So if you're doing the Sparkle and Shine quilt from Cotton Cuts, loud and clear, excellent. If you're doing the Cotton Cuts puzzle mystery quilt of Sparkle and Shine, you got to see what it looks like today. And I've had it put together for a little while now, and it's been really hard not to share any photos and any of that. But I've been very good. I've been very, very good, and I've not shared anything. And I'm excited that I finally get to share my finished quilt with everybody. I'm gonna be going. I'm gonna do. I have. You're sewing your second coat today. That's awesome. Sewing my second coat today. Yay! I am excited for you because I have a horrible time sewing clothing. You can ask Christy about what happened last time I tried to sew a garment. Although that's on my bucket list of things to do again. I have a pattern for a button-up shirt that I want to do, and I have some ideas, so hopefully, crossing my fingers, I'll be able to do that. Oh, and I got a serger now. I won a serger in a silent auction for $1. I got a serger for $1. It's an old machine. It looks like it's from the 70s or 80s. It's pretty old, but it still works great. It was serviced in mid 2020. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited now that I have a serger to be, and I've already used my serger, my bed sheets, even though I paid a good price for them. One of the seams actually kind of popped open, and so I was able to use my serger just to serge the edge closed, and everything was good on that. So that was pretty awesome. I am going to put in, if you're live here today, I'm going to put a poll. I've never done one of these before, but I saw it popped up with the option of you can add polls now. So I'm going to add a poll into our little chat. So if you're here live, where did it go? I don't know how to work this apparently. Well, I sent out a poll somewhere, I hope. Oh, there it is. It's now in the chat. If you are here live, do you feel like you've lost your crafting mojo? Feel free to pop in an answer if you're here live. And if you're not here live, make sure to turn those notifications on so that way you get notified every time I go live here on YouTube or post a new video, which Sunday we're doing a premiere. So join me Sunday as I will be chatting live with everybody on the final clue for Sparkle and Shine and how it all comes together. I don't really sew much, but I'm crocheting winter hats for my family. That's awesome. I appreciate those who can knit and crochet because I cannot. Well, I take that back. I probably could. I've just never tried. That's awesome. I love mine, but that's why I didn't finish the coat because I have to rethread it. Oh, I know. Oh my gosh, Ines. I had to thread in general. I had to thread my machine for the first time, and that took me a good hour to try and figure out how to do it because I'd never done it before. And thankfully my serger, like the part that flips down and opens, has instructions on how to do it. But it still took me a little bit of time because my machine actually has spaces for 5 threads, and I only am going to be using it with 4. And so it was a little confusing on the process of how to do that. Right now we've got 75% saying yes, they are feeling they've lost their crafty mojo. I keep wanting to say sojo because I've been doing a lot more sewing lately. But 75% of y'all are saying yes, you've lost your crafty mojo. And I don't blame you because it's just weird times. It's just really weird times, and we're dealing with a lot of strange things going on, and thankfully vaccines have been able to allow us to get together a little bit more, but uh, super hard. Mine's not super hard. It's just tiny things, and migraines don't mix. Yes, and that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. I was actually talking to somebody recently about migraines and stuff like that. Thankfully, I've only had 3 in my lifetime that I know of. But each time they started with auras, and that was really, really disturbing. It was very disturbing. So what else is everybody working on? What other projects are you working on? Even though you've lost your crafting mojo for now, what else are you creating, working on, all that kind of stuff? Love to hear from y'all and what you're doing. Yeah, it's been busy. It's been busy for sure. 75% of y'all said that you have lost your crafting mojo, and 25% said you have not. So good for you, 25% that have not lost your mojo, your crafting mojo right now. And a lot of people are but a lot of people are creating Christmas crafts right now, Christmas cards and Christmas things. Um, and so that's kind of feeding into everything right now. Christy says my center squares together. She just saw the reveal today for the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt, and so she is putting hers together. And she says her center squares together. Making moccasins and leather mitts for my kids for Christmas. Also, awesome. I didn't know that you did leather work. That's pretty cool. Leather work is one of those that I could see myself getting into, but oof, the cost. It is so expensive to get started and get going in that type of crafty space. Kathy says, lost my sojo mojo, my sewing mojo, but I'm cross stitching and working on some Christmas gifts. Yeah, I need to work. So I don't think any of my friends are gonna watch this, so I think I'm okay talking about it here. We do this thing. My friends do this like Secret Santa thing where we get somebody from our group, and we get one adult and one kid from our group because we have like 9 kids in our group. It's ridiculous, but I love it. And so I have an idea for my adult and for my kid, and I am actually going to take candy bags and turn them into zippered pouches. And I worked on the first one for the adult. I did it for the adult first, so if I messed it up, it wasn't a big deal. But I did the adult first, and I took their candy bag, and you do this like iron-on clear vinyl. I don't know if anybody's seen this before. It's pretty awesome. Missouri Star Quilt Company has a video tutorial, and they're the ones that I followed for it. And basically, you just iron on vinyl on top of it, and on top of the outside of the candy bag, and then you sew the bag together with a zipper on it, and it's super cute, and I love it. I think it looks great, but I think I got the wrong kind of bag, the candy bag, to do it, because the bag that I ended up getting was like super thick plastic, which I wasn't expecting. You know, candy bags, they have like pretty thin outside, so you can tear them. And so I tried it. I went ahead with it because I'm like, it would probably work. It'd probably be fine. And it worked, but the corners, I can't get the corners turned out because the candy bag was just thick vinyl, basically. And then you added another layer of vinyl on top of it. And so, it's not the most successful bag I've ever done. It works, it zips, it closes, it's fine. But I think I need to figure out how to do that better next time. yeah, so we'll see. Anyways, so I'm working on it. I'll get it figured out. It's no big deal. But I think because I bought the same type of bag for the second one I was going to make, and I don't think I can use that bag because I'm going to try and find a different candy bag that has the regular plastic instead of this thicker vinyl stuff. So, and this is just starting out, very basic stuff for the leather working. That's awesome. I have I actually made well, I didn't make, but, well, it was 50, no, it was more like 75, 25, whatever. Basically, I cut out some leather on my Cricut maker, and my friend does leather working, and so he stitched it all together for me. But I made a passport holder, and I love it. It's this beautiful black leather, and it's perfect. It's also got some slots so I can put like my global entry card fits into it and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty awesome. Bev says, I also use my Cricut to make my grandsons, daughters, and my Halloween costumes. That's awesome. Ines is asking where Beth is. Got hairs all over my computer, my laptop. So yeah, I think I did a video on the tutorial. Although the video that I did, I used the Cricut leather, and it didn't work out so well. It was not as good of a product as actually having my friend stitch it for me. That was a lot better. And that was before the foiling tool from Cricut came out, and so I'm really wondering if I could foil. I'm not going to put the one that I made under the Cricut to do the foil, but if I can figure it out, I might see if I can actually do foil on leather, like embed the foil into the leather. I think that would be really cool. I think it would be pretty awesome. It'd be pretty cool. It'd be a pretty cool thing. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, that's really what I'm working on. Cotton Cuts is getting ready to do they're getting ready to sign up at the beginning of December for their So Sweet quilt, SEW instead of SO, SEW, and they're all themed off. All the colorways are themed off of donuts. So obviously the quilt is donut themed somehow. So I'm going to be excited to see how that one ends up coming together and what that one looks like. And I haven't decided which colorway I'm doing yet, but I've got some ideas. I have some ideas. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. So yeah, what else am I working on? I haven't really done any cards lately. I just haven't felt in the mood to work on any cards. And yeah, I just haven't really been in the mood to make cards. I need birthday cards like crazy. There's lots of birthday cards that I've needed, and I've actually resorted to buying some of my cards because I didn't have any birthday cards on hand. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, what else are y'all working on? What else can we talk about? There's just been a lot going on for me, and yeah, just a lot going on. Beth says 2 and not where were you? What were y'all? 2 and 2.5-year-olds was blue, store-bought, and is the faces on Shovel and Pail for Candy. 4-month-old onesie with slippery soap and Clue. My daughter and I were Clue. Oh, this must be Blue's Clues, right? Or is it Bluey? I bet it's Blue's Clues. How is your tulip pink teacup? Oh, that's a great question, Kathy. So I have been working on the Mad Hatter's Tea Party from Tulip Pink. And I've gotten the center section together, so I've completed all the teacups and the teapots. Those have been completed and they have been sewn together. And I'm getting ready to start in on all the hats that need to go around. There's like 1 million hats that go around the perimeter of the quilt, along with the I also need to do the dormouse and the rabbit. So there's a dormouse in the top right corner and a rabbit in the bottom left, or if you flipped it, it'd be the other way. But yeah, I'm working on that one and making good progress on it, and getting ready to hopefully finish that one up pretty soon, to be honest. I really would like to get that one done. It's going to be a present for some of my friends, and I'm contemplating, because they live out of the state, I'm contemplating buying a plane ticket to go hand deliver it to them, because I'm going to be honest, guys, I don't trust any of the shipping services, UPS, FedEx, USPS. I don't trust any of the current shipping services to get it there. I'm terrified that I would put all that work into it, and then I would end up like having it get lost, and then my friends wouldn't get the present, and I would have lost. It just terrifies me. So I think I'm going to buy a plane ticket and just hand deliver it to them, because I would rather spend more money on a plane ticket and ensure that it gets to them, rather than sending it through the shipping services and crossing my fingers that it doesn't get lost. Nancy says, I lost my sewing mojo since my dog died October 3rd, but I'm keeping up with the cotton puzzle mystery quilts. I'm so sorry, Nancy, to hear that. It's always hard losing a family member. Yes, it is a furry family member, but it's still a family member. So I'm so sorry to hear that, and I hope you can find some solitude and some love in there. Beth says Blue's Clues. I was right. I was like, oh, is it Bluey? Is it Blue's Clues? I don't know. That's cute. Lots of pics on your Facebook page. That's awesome. Kathy's still working on the Nebula quilt from Tula Pink. I'm really glad I didn't start that one, to be honest. It looks amazing, but I'm glad I didn't need another project to work on, so I'm really glad I didn't do that one. Plus, it was really expensive. It was like $300. So yeah. Yeah, and Kathy, it would be much better, because then I get to actually see them too. So that would be, oh, I got a text message. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about your fur baby. It's so sad. And shipping is scary right now. It is very scary. I ordered the new iPhone. I need to put myself on Do Not Disturb. I bought myself the new iPhone, and it took forever to ship here. And so I definitely, sorry, I'm looking at a dog. I'm dog sitting, so I don't know what he is doing. So if you hear barking, it's the dog I'm sitting for. Anyways, so but yeah, I would get to see my friends, and it would be a whirlwind, because I would literally leave after work on Friday, fly to their location, stay there Saturday, and then I would probably find the latest flight I could get on a Sunday, so that way I could spend most of the day there and then fly back Sunday night. Yeah. Hey, Spirit Junkie, good to see you. I saw you. So your comment popped up in Christina Warner's video. I was actually watching the same video when she was live, and I saw she spotlighted your comment. So I was like, wait, I know Spirit Junkie. Nancy, Holly was almost 15. Wow. That means that Holly led a good life then. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably going to buy a plane ticket. I did buy a plane ticket because I'm planning on traveling in February. I'm planning to travel to QuiltCon, which is going to be in Phoenix. And then I'm going to visit some friends in Oregon and in California as well. And I set price alerts on my phone, and one of the price alerts popped up for my flight from California back home and said, hey, it's a really good deal. And so I was like, okay, let's see. And I open it up, and it's like a $99 base fare. And I'm like, okay, that's not bad. But I start looking at it, and it's a late flight. It is 7:30 p.m. and I get back home after midnight. So it's a late flight. I don't mind that so much because I'm a night owl anyways, so I would normally be awake that time anyways, so I'm like, all right, that's no big deal. But the price for first class was not bad. It was really not bad at all. So I kind of splurged, and since that's the last flight of my sequence, I decided to splurge, and especially being 6'2", flying on an aircraft and having a little extra legroom is awesome. So I went ahead and splurged, and I did buy a first class ticket, which is the first time I've ever bought a first class ticket, and I get the extra legroom, and this will be the first time ever flying in first class. And it was weird booking a ticket that was like row 1. Like, I've never done that before, and that was like, oh, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. Christina Warner is the queen. Yeah. Yeah, she is the queen. I always enjoy watching her videos. Her and Kathy Zilski. I love Kathy Zilski because her humor is hysterical. Her and her bee costume every Halloween, it's really, really funny. Oh, I forgot to turn the oven on. I forgot to turn the oven on to start warming it for dinner tonight. Oops, oh well. And then QuiltCon sounds awesome. Yes, I can't wait for that. That'll be my first flight in forever. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, Christy, we need to talk about your flights and figure that out. Although I'm still waiting for prices to drop for Phoenix. They haven't dropped yet. So, still waiting for those to drop. Spirit Junkie says, I flew first class once and it was so spoiled. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I mean, I can because that means that's the end of the trip. But, yeah, I really can't wait to get that, like, first class treatment. First class treatment? Would you like some champagne, sir? I don't know. It's dinner. It's a dinner flight. So I'm like, wow, I actually get first class food. Who knew? That'll be fun. And then, honestly though, domestic flights for the most part, I'm fine in coach. To be 100% honest, it does. My legs hurt. Because I do have to kind of like pretzel my way into a seat. Usually my knees are like right up against the seat in front of me. And so I have to really pay attention in case the person in front of me decides to recline their seat, which I'm all team like recline. I think, you know, obviously the airlines gave us the option to do that. You know, like I think people should be able to recline their seat. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I know there's a whole debate over recline, not recline, but anyways, I mean, it's fine. But what I have a problem with is since my knees are already touching the seat in front of me, I have to pay attention so that way I can move my knees out of the way when they do recline. Otherwise, my knees get bashed by the frame of the chair, or by the seat in front of me. So I have to be careful. And I miss flying, to be honest. I really miss it. I'm one of those weird people. I will show up, like, when I'm leaving for a trip, I will show up at the airport 5 hours early. I've done it before. I will leave super early to get to the airport. And especially here at DFW, if I'm at the actual DFW airport, not Love Field, I'll usually get there super early, and I love to take the SkyTram and go around to the different terminals. I actually did one where I went through security at Terminal D. If you're from the airport, DFW area, you know that Terminal Ds are international flights for the most part. And so I went into the airport using security in Terminal D because that one's the easiest to get through. And then I actually rode the SkyTram all the way around to Terminal E, and then I walked Terminal E, Terminal E, which one's B? No, B's on the other side. Anyways, I walked all the way from Terminal E back to D, basically is what happened, because it's basically like you have these semicircles, and it's 2, 2, and then 1. And I went from Terminal E all the way up and over and back to D, so that's what I did. I still remember the first quilt show my aunt took me to. Just about now, QuiltCon would be a welcome delight in the craziness of the world. Yeah, I missed it. I mean, I attended last year because it was digital. It was a digital version of it. Um, but it's going to be good to be back in person with everybody again. And I'm going to try and work in the Crimson Tate booth. So if you are going to QuiltCon, if anybody's going to QuiltCon, I hope to work in the Crimson Tate booth at some point. So y'all should definitely go visit her booth. So yeah. Flying. I love flying. Can't wait for it. Right, puppy. He's just looking at me like, are you going to feed me? Are you going to feed me? It's probably around his dinner time, to be honest. Oh, you're good. Just be a junkie. No worries. So Chrissy and I are talking about going together. We haven't figured out all the details yet. I'm still waiting on flights to, did you just slobber on me? We're still waiting for flights to drop. I'm doing things a little differently because I am going to go visit my other friends as well. So I'm going to go from the DFW area to Phoenix, and then Phoenix up to Oregon, and then to California, and then back to DFW. So I need to figure out with Christy what we're going to do, and like and see if we can both get on the same flight going out. Because coming back will be different. Dexter, leave it alone. Dexter, come here. Sorry, he was getting into stuff he shouldn't. Yeah, you're getting into stuff you shouldn't. Yeah. It must be so weird for y'all, like, I'm talking baby talk, and y'all can't see the dog. He's here, I promise. He just heard the door move, so he thinks that somebody's about to come in. Don't you? Don't you? Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, I think a lot of... I know my quilt guild, a lot of members of my quilt guild are not going to be going to QuiltCon. They weren't really super interested in a lot of the classes, and I know that there was a group of people that were going to go, and they actually rented a Verbo place, but then they decided that they were not going to go after all. So yeah, I am going to be making the rounds, but I'm super excited about that because one of the friends that I'm going to be visiting, I've never visited them. I've never actually met them in person, so I'm excited to get the opportunity to meet them in person. And they have a little tiny home that they kind of they're wanting to put it up on Airbnb, but they have a little tiny home on their property that I'm going to be staying at, that I'm super excited about. And then the other friends in California, I haven't seen them. It's been a while. When I went for VidCon, that was 2017? 2016, somewhere around in there. When I went to VidCon, there's actually a video here on my channel of my VidCon experiences, and that was the last time that I saw them. So we can hear some of the movements of the dog. Okay, good. I was like, oh my, they must think I'm like talking to no one or talking to nothing. Ines says, I really want to make another quilt, but I can't math. Oh, Ines, I know. That whole mathing thing, that's why I always tend to get patterns, because it is so much easier for me just to be like, you need this much fabric, you need this, okay, you make these cuts, boom, 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 done. So yeah, that's super awesome, and patterns are the way to go, at least for me right now. I've been trying to think about, like, I'm actually going to take a class at QuiltCon that's like making patterns, so we'll see if that actually inspires me to make a pattern. I don't know. Tiny homes are fun. I've actually thought about, I think I put it up on my Instagram. There's a Winnebago Rebel, which is basically a sprinter van, Sprinter van. It's like the vans that FedEx uses whenever they're making deliveries. Um, Not the big trucks, but like the van. And they have one of those vans that is a tiny home on wheels, basically. And I've honestly thought about like buying one and making that like I just drive around the country doing sewing videos or crafting videos or whatever. Because it's got a bed in the back that like goes up and down on a little elevator thing, and yeah, I've thought about it, but it's $185,000, and I'm like, yeah, I can't afford that. Especially if I like quit my job to do YouTube full time. There's no way in hell I could pay bills. I mean, I wouldn't have as many bills because I wouldn't be I would be on the road all the time. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But that's fine. It's all good. Math is rough. Abso-freaking-lutely. I did not do well in algebra. I actually had to go um, in high school. I actually had to do a makeup week because I was doing so poorly in my math class, and then in my college days, I had to do remedial math. Barely passed everything, and almost I did fail a semester of math, like one of the remedial math courses. I failed that one. That was not fun. And then statistics. Ugh, statistics was horrible. I barely made it out of that class with a passing grade. It was bad. Yeah, the pattern is the wrong size, so I was trying to resize, but triangles are hard. I've only done the one, and it was three shapes. Yep, that happens. Trying to resize a quilt and figure out its dimensions, and oh yeah. Oof. Ugh. Beth flunked calculus 3 times. I feel you. I feel you. It is not fun at all. I hated it. I really, really hated it. I don't know. Two squares and a rectangle, and they were all half of the one bigger. Yep. Oh, that was probably loud for y'all. And I apologize if my microphone is way too loud. I'm trying to watch my levels and make sure that I'm not. I just turned it down a little bit, so hopefully when I get hopefully when I get loud, it doesn't blow out your speakers, is what I'm trying to say. Christy says, I cheated in stats class because the teacher didn't care and the answers were in the book. Okay, all right, there you go. I mean, sometimes we got to do what we got to do. I do not condone cheating. Children at home watching this, because I know there are lots of children watching this video right now, and I'm going to say don't cheat. No cheating. You got to do what you got to do. Spirit Junkie says, how's your roommate? We walked around with computers in our pockets now. Who needs math? Quilts, quilt makers apparently. So my roommate's doing okay. She's gone through a little bit of a rough patch lately. There was a death in her family, and so she's gone through kind of a rough patch with that. So, but she's doing good. She's doing good. She's probably hanging out right now. She's doing good though. She's doing good. I don't see her on here, so she may not. She doesn't know that I'm live right now. I don't think she has her notifications on. Just kidding. It's fine. It's fine. What? What, puppy? She's looking at me like, is it dinner time yet? Is it dinner time yet? Can I have dinner yet? I want dinner. Tomorrow I'm going to be, yeah, Spirit Junkie, there's always an app for that. There's gotta be an app for that. And there's probably an app for that, to be honest. There's probably an app for that. Thank goodness for these devices, right? Like, oof, I would be so incredibly lost with that. Oh, Foundation comes on tonight. I forgot. I've been really into. That's what I've gotten into recently is Foundation. It is an Apple TV Plus show, TV show. I say TV show, but whatever. And it's based off of the Isaac Asimov books Foundation. Super interesting, and I love sci-fi, so I'm definitely like this is right up my alley for genre-wise. The graphics are incredible. It feels like each episode is its own individual movie, even though they're like an hour long. It's literally like watching a movie to me. So I just remember that came on tonight, so I'm gonna watch that. Definitely gonna watch that. Yeah. And they have a companion podcast as well, which has been a lot of fun to listen to because they're talking about the behind the scenes. They're talking about the actual science behind what they're doing. They're talking about casting. They're talking about how what they're doing in the show relates to modern day topics, because they all relate. Everything relates to modern day topics and stuff. So yeah. If you need a new show, I highly recommend Foundation. And I've been a lot more active on Instagram. Oh, I need to paint my nails tonight too. I forgot. As you can see, I don't have anything on right now. Need to paint my nails because I'm going to a wedding tomorrow, and so I need to paint my nails for that. Don't forget Olive and June, 20% off your order of any system, including their new press-on system. Just use code Ian20. There you go. There's my promo for the day. I'm waiting. Ines says, I'm waiting for the local quilt club thing to start up so I can bring the pattern and get help to tell me exactly what I need to cut. I'm good at putting them together. Well, ones anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Piecing. So for me, piecing a quilt is easy for me, and I enjoy piecing quilts. Cutting. Okay, this Tula Pink Mad Hatter's quilt has like 65 different fabrics in it, and that cutting was ridiculous. I did not realize what I was getting myself into. I had several people reach out to me on Instagram, and they were like, the cutting sucks, but once you cut it, it goes together. Like, cutting takes the longest to do. It's once you get it cut, it goes together ridiculously easy. My sister has said that Apple TV has some great programming. Yes, absolutely. I really feel like they have some really good programming. It's not a lot of programming. Like, of course, Netflix has a whole lot more. Hulu has a lot more. HBO Max has a lot more. They all have a lot more than Apple TV Plus. But I feel like the ones on Apple TV Plus are really well done. Everybody says that Ted Lasso is amazing. I have watched Emily Dickinson? Yeah. The one off of Emily Dickinson's life, and it's really good. I'm sad that it's finally ending. Dexter! This dog. I'm sad that this is the final season for it. I think it comes out this month. I'm still waiting. This is a Netflix, but I'm still waiting for season 4 of Stranger Things. I need to know what happens. I'm invested in that show, and I need to know what happens. And I've been working my way very slowly through American Horror Story. I've gotten all the way up to Murder House was the first one. It's the circus one. Can't think of the circus one. Freak Show. There it is. I've made it to I haven't started Freak Show yet. But I haven't, yeah, I've gotten all the way through all the way to Freak Show. And I have seen Hotel, so I'll probably skip Hotel when I get there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of not in the mood for American Horror Story. I loved the season that was Hotel. Of course, because Lady Gaga was on there. And then I started watching Roanoke, and I barely made it through, I don't even think I made it halfway through the season. I was just like, this is not good. And then I stopped. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go back and watch all the seasons. So I started at Murder House, and Hotel's been my favorite season, to be honest. I cheated and made cardboard templates for the last... Okay, that's not cheating. Cardboard templates is not cheating. Absolutely not. but it had 16 different fabrics, I think. Freak Show, yep. Freak Show. American Horror Story lost me at Roanoke. Roanoke was so... first of all, I don't like that whole, like, documentary style show. I was not a fan of that at all. And it just got weird. It was just weird. And I was like, no. Literally, the dog is looking through my arms like, feed me, feed me. So, yeah, I don't know. I may end up canceling Netflix too, so I may never... I really want to hold on to Netflix until after I finish Stranger Things Season 4, because that's going to be the last one. So, I don't know. Spirit Junkie says, American Horror Story lost me too. Meh. Yeah. I think I might watch, what is it, 1984? There was a season that was like 1984 or something like that. And it has Gus Kinsworthy. Kinsworthy. As you can tell, I'm a super fan because I can't even remember his freaking name. But he's on that season and he's hot, and I enjoy looking at him. So I might go back and watch. I might go watch that one because I haven't watched that season. But yeah, I'm just kind of meh. Hotel was like the best season that I've watched, and so everything else. Okay, here's what I really loved about Hotel. You go through the season, and then about halfway through, things kind of like flip, and it becomes this really kind of happy story, because of course the first half of the season is really depressed and dark and mysterious and scary, and then like it suddenly took this weird turn about halfway through, and at the end everything's happy, and not 100% happy, but like it had a very happy ending, and it had a very clever ending. And so I went back and started watching Murder House, and I was like, okay, I can't wait for that turn, because everyone told me, oh yeah, all the seasons are like that. It's not true. It's not true at all. For Murder House, I was like, this is it? This is the ending? Oh, okay, fine. And I was like, okay, season 2. All right, season 2, whichever one that one is. I was like, okay, this one's got to be the one that has the fun twist in the middle, and that didn't happen, and yeah, I'm not with it. Not with it. British Baking Show is surprisingly funny with Paul Hollywood and Pierre. So my roommate loves the Great British Baking Show, and I have seen several TikToks of people. There's one floating around right now on TikTok that has some double entendre that I'm like, ooh. And of course, everybody else is laughing at what this person is saying. And she's like, why are y'all giggling? It's like, oh, that's typical British. Got rid of Netflix about 4 months ago. I've been watching Disney for all the Star Wars and a few movies. I think once Stranger Things comes out, I'm probably going to cancel Netflix. Yeah, Christy knows what I'm talking about. Christy knows exactly which one I'm talking about. It happens a lot. Okay, all right. It's funny because in that clip, the bald-headed gentleman, I don't know his real name, he was on Doctor Who, so I see him and I'm like, oh, I know him. Also, Doctor Who's back, thankfully. We only get 6 episodes. And this is going to be the last ones for Jodie, which I'm sad about. I liked her as the Doctor a lot, and I'm sad that there was so much hate around her being on the show. What is my hair? What is this hair doing? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Spirit Junkie. My roommate, my roommate will watch shows repetitively because her anxiety, like when she watches I can kind of tell where she is mentally by what show she's watching, because her like biggest comfort is the Great British Bake Off. Uh, excuse me. So when she's watching that, I know she's not in the best of places. So um, she watches that a lot because she knows what's going to happen. She's told me she's watched every episode at least 10, 20 times, but she will go back and watch them again because it's a comfort to her. It's a comfort to know what's going to happen and all that kind of stuff. Which for me, it's kind of weird because I'm like, I don't really watch, unless it's like one of my favorite movies, I don't really watch movies over again. I don't think I've actually gone back and reread any books. Even the Harry Potter books, I have read them once, and I don't know if I've ever gone back to read them. I am Davies is coming back. What? Wait, what? Wait, what is this? I need to Google this because I need to understand this. I am Davies. I bet that's what you meant to say. Hey, Kim, how are you? Good to see you. Right, Spirit Junkie? Aren't we humans the oddest creatures? It's so true. It's so true. Yeah, I'm very opposite of her in that regard. Oh, Glad Davies. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. I see what you were trying to say. So Russell Davies is returning to Doctor Who as showrunner. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Um, I reread or rewatched when I need calming because you don't have to think. That's true, Ines. You don't have to think, and I think that's why my friend or my roommate watches The Great British Bake Off, is because she's already watched them. It calms. You don't have to think about it, and that's true. Doing okay, rough past few months, but things seem to be getting a little better. I totally understand that, Kim. I feel that. I am right there with you in so many ways. I totally understand that. What? I don't know what he's wanting. He's looking up at me. Now he's digging in my lap. What? I don't know what he wants. I think I know what he wants. I think he wants dinner. I started watching La Bre's series. I love it. Which one's that, Nancy? I don't know that. That's the one that takes place in the La Brea tar pits, and it was the sinkhole that formed, I think. What? Um, that one was about the sinkhole that formed, if I remember correctly. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? I think I'm right. I think I'm right. Because I'm like, wait, that name sounds familiar. You know, it's interesting. That's one of the things that I would like to do when I go out to California is visit the tar pits, because that's on my list of things to do. I have been doing coloring and diamond dots paintings to calm and chill out. That is a good way to do that. I've been sewing to chill out. That's what I've been doing. What else have I been doing to chill out? Been a Doctor Who fan since the late 60s. Baker is the best original Doctor, then probably Tennant. It's funny because a lot of people, the Doctor that they watch originally is the Doctor, it's their favorite Doctor, which for me it was Tennant. I did watch Tennant. No? Did I watch Tennant first, or did I watch Eccleston first? Well, anyways, obviously Tennant's my favorite, but yeah. Yes, about the sinkhole. Okay, I was right. Excellent. I rewatch a lot of sci-fi shows over and over again, and every time I find things in them that I missed the first few times watching them. Yeah, that's true. Time travel. Yeah. Honestly, I may go back and watch Foundation um, once this season is over. I may go back to the beginning and watch it again because I could definitely see myself missing things. There have been some revelations that I definitely missed in the earlier episodes, and I was like, oh, why did I not see that coming? I've been painting miniatures that are of Warhammer games and playing Minecraft with the teenagers. That sounds like fun. I've been... What else have I... So I've been sewing. Obviously, y'all have seen that I'm not making cards right now. I've just been sewing a lot. And I've been mostly sewing on patterns and stuff. And so I need to figure out a way... Like, I don't want to sew a pattern that, you know, somebody... Because I don't want to... These people who create patterns work really hard on their patterns, and I don't want to give their pattern away for free. So whenever I make videos, it's hard for me to do that. And I also haven't worked on... I could have sewn the Tula Pink, the teapots and the teacups on live, but I'm making that as a present, and I kind of don't want the recipient to find out about what's happening. I'm crossing my fingers that I've been slick enough and they haven't, but we'll see. We'll see. Kind of not telling who it's for anyways, because I'm sure as soon as I reveal like what the event is that they would be getting it, that they would know who it's for. Like, it wouldn't be a big deal. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Oh, look, I'm wearing my Gideon's Bakehouse shirt too. This is their Pride version. I think time has been going so quickly, but it doesn't seem like I get anything done. I know. I feel that. I definitely feel that. It feels like I can't believe we're in November. I still, like, when I'm writing dates down at work, I'm like, oh, we're still in October. And I'm like, no, it's November now. We're heading into the holiday season. We're getting ready to head into the holiday season again. It's fastly approaching. Keep the quilt a secret for sure. Too special. And that's why I haven't posted any progress pictures. I've been taking pictures. There are pictures on here that once I give it to them, I will. Oh, Dickinson came out today. Well, there we go. I just got a notification about it. Yeah, once I get it finished and given to them, I'll post all the pictures. So look on social media for that at some point, but I can't do it yet because I think they would know as soon as they saw the subject matter. They'd be like, "Oh, that's mine." So we'll see. Anywho, all right, guys. I think I'm gonna end it here. I enjoy our crafty chats, and I need to do more of these, to be honest. I need to do more of them so that way we can just hang out, and it's hard to believe my birthday is Wednesday already. Oh, happy birthday, Kim. I have it in my calendar, I'm sure. I just haven't checked my calendar lately. Bad on me. But I think I'm going to leave it here for today. Oh, and Beth's is coming up on Monday. That's awesome. So we've got Beth's birthday on Monday and Kim's birthday on Wednesday. Happy birthday to you both. Kim, Toby K's pattern as a vest pattern. Alright guys, I'm going to jump off of here. I think we have basically hit the hour, but I appreciate y'all coming to hang out with me. And oops, that's the wrong button. That's the right button. Oh well. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna try so hard and do some more of these, but thanks for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. I hope everybody has a great day and have a great weekend, everybody. Remember, normal's just the setting